Hey guys, apparently it says I'm live, so we're going to try the YouTube live feed today. I got a message on one of my pansy posts that said that she couldn't really see the pansy very well. So I decided I'd go ahead and redo it quickly for you today to show you how to put the pansy together. And I'm actually going to also show you how to stamp a pansy so you get the idea of how to do it. So we're going to do one of each kind of the flowers, and then we're going to do a pansy cut out and put together. So let me flip you over to my little screen down here and you can see how to do that. Alright, so now you can see my screen. Let me move this out of our way because we don't need any of that. This is the Pansy Patch stamp set. These are the dies. I'm going to go ahead and do the die first. I have them already cut out for us. They are, I just had them. They're right here. I have cut them all out. We will need for a pansy, you're going to need, let's see, one of these, two of these. So you're going to get this, and you're going to have two of these. You will have one of these, which is this, and you will have two of these little guys, which is this one right here. And I know you probably can't see it as great as you'd like to be able to see it. And then you're going to have one of these, which is this little guy right here. That's just to make a flower itself, just one flower right there. And then you will have, if you want leaves, you can punch out just the leaves like this. You can see that they give detail in there. And you can also punch out this, which gives you a detail to go on top of it. But this is the same color, so it doesn't look all that great. So I decided not to do that. So you would have it like this for a leaf with detail. So you would have a leaf. And there's two different leaf punches. There's these, which is the ones I did, which are those. Oh, yep, it goes this way. And then there's these two, which are this one and this one. Okay? But we're not going to use these. I'm going to put these to the side. And these are the ones we're going to show you how to create the big pansy. This is the big pansy that I did. So I'm going to show you how to put this one together first, since you guys couldn't see it very well when I did it. And I'm leaving my paper here in the back so that I can actually not get it all over me and my desk. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece, and you can see in the cut, once it cuts, it also embosses the detail in there. So we're going to just take a little glue on this little guy. This is nicely cut, and it has lots of little detail in it. I got to get my glue. It's got a little bit stuck in it, so let's get that out. Just get yourself a little glue. I'm trying to keep it where you guys can see it. And of course, it doesn't want to work for me today. So, get a pick tool out because apparently it's clogged up on me. There we go. Now, whoop, we have it. We have lots of glue now everywhere. So I'm just going to take just a little bit here, a little bit there. We'll just use it right off the tip instead of squeezing it out. And I'm going to have it everywhere. I see that now. Of course, anytime I try to do anything, I have it everywhere. Okay, so we've got a little bit on this. And we're just going to place this on top of here. Just like so. So now you've got your trimmed brush. And you can do these in any color. You could not do this little edge, and you could take ink and sponge it on. That would be up to you. Now we're going to take this little piece. You've got two of these, and we're going to put these on the edges of these here, which these are detailed cuts as well. Our little petal pieces. I mean, you could probably take a bunch of these pieces and make another flower with that. You wouldn't have to do necessarily a pansy, so to speak. Which I think it would look really cool. I may have to try that. You know, I get bored sitting in here in the office with my husband, and he is actually at lunch right now, so it gives me a few minutes to sit here and do something, and hopefully I won't be too long so I actually get to have a little lunch with him. It's interesting having to share your she shed. Okay, so we've got those all done. Now we're going to try to put them together. I'm going to move these out of the way. This is what you're going to need to do your die. Alright, now we've got these done, and they're going to go back in here. And you've noticed they've each got edges. I like to leave the more subtle edge, and I'm going to glue these together. They can be almost all the way together. It's really however you would like them to be. I'm going to actually just put a little glue on the edge of one of these, and then I'm just going to glue them together. And I'm going to go like this, just like that, and then we're going to put this right on top, just like that. So you're going to put a little more glue here on the edge down here, so you see where I've got it. And this will go right on top. So this actually gives you a little glue here as well, because you're going to put something else in the center, of course. So there you go. Now we're going to put this little guy. This is cut in Whisper White, and I've colored it with my blends. A little darker. I think I accidentally used Highland Heather. So it was not what I wanted to do, but I wanted it a little darker. And this is going to go in here and just meet up on this edge. It just fits perfectly, just like that in the center. Like this. And then there's this die, like this, that will give us 3 centers. And I have one cut out here, and it's yellow. It's so saffron. And it will give you those. And I'm just going to put a little dot of that, and we're going to stick it right in the middle of our pansy. And he's going to go just like that. And it doesn't have to be straight, whatever, it works for you. So there's our pansy. That is how you make the pansy put together. And I hope those of you who saw my first video and said you couldn't see it, I hope this helps putting it together for you. Again, you'll need 2 of these, 1 of those, and 2 of these. So it's 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay? So I'm going to move these out of the way, and you can make up a bunch of them, and I actually think I'm going to make a wreath with those mixed with some poppies and some peonies, and we've got all kinds of flower dyes that it would make a beautiful bouquet. May even do something similar to that for my mom. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to stamp. I'm going to have to wipe off this little section right here, because I don't want the glue on my Whisper White paper. And I don't think I have any towels, so we're going to have to turn it this way. We're going to have to wipe it up with my fingers. Alright, there we go. Now I've got some Whisper White right here. And because these are on polymer stamps, all of our polymer stamps here, and so you're going to need to make sure you have some foam underneath them to get what you need. So we've got 2 stamps here that are pretty similar. I'm going to get a bigger block here. That's too big. Looking for my long block. Here it is. Use my long block here. This and like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, and I started this, I had a color challenge that I did, and it was Seafoam Green. I tried the Fresh Freesia with it, Gorgeous Grape, and a So Saffron. So that's where I came up with this one. So we're going to try this. We're going to use our very background stamp, and we're going to just stamp this right here on the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to take the detailed stamp, and we're going to stamp in the same color. And it's got to go the other direction. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can see it. And they line up pretty easily. I know a couple of the other demonstrators have done demonstrations on this. And I'm probably going to be off because I don't want to put my head. Yeah, I'm off a little bit. Let's try that again. Because I'm off. There's 1, And let's try 2. And it gives it a nice detail. And let's go this way. Might be able to see it lined up a little bit better. I'm going to have to stand up for this. So you want to line it up. Your little ears right here will line up easily. I say that and then I never get it lined up right. There we go. Much better. Okay, so you've got that. Now we're going to take the stamps and we're going to put in this little guy right here. This little guy. Oh. This little guy is kind of cool. He is going to go on here and we're going to put him in some purple color. I'm going to go with the Fresh Freesia. This is one of our new in colors. And he just fits right in here. Boom. Just like that. And if you don't get it right, no worries because, you know, no pansy is the same. Okay. So we've got him in there. And you could stamp off to make it lighter if you wanted to. And now we're going to go in with this little guy. This really detailed one. Now he's meant for the smaller, but I like him. I want to put him in there too. So, and I'm going to go with a different color of purple. I'm going to go with a Highland Heather, a little bit darker than our Fresh Freesia, because I've always thought the centers of these flowers were much darker. So we're going to go just like that. And then I would stamp the center, and they have these little teeny tiny centers. Here's my little center. Little teeny tiny center stamp. He's so small. Can barely see him. And I'm going to put him in the So Saffron. And you probably won't even be able to see him. Because, you know, when I did these practices, I don't remember which ones I went with. Which colors and the ways I did them. So, there you go. You can put more than one in the center if you'd like. But, that's up to you. But there you go. There's one. That's the big one. Now, let's go ahead and do the smaller one. Let's see. I've got to find, because it comes up. So, we're going to take this one. And we're going to do the smaller stamp. And I'm going to do this one in Fresh Freesia. Or no, let's do the So Saffron. Let's do a yellow pansy with some purple centers. We're just going to stamp the center like this. And it's solid. I didn't stamp off. You could stamp off or do a second stamp on that. And then we're going to do, let's do the Fresh Freesia as our second color. So you can see the difference when you do them. And I'm actually going to stamp off the Fresh Freesia. Oh, and it doesn't even look like I stamped it. There you go, a little bit better. And then we'll do the Highland Heather in the center with that same little center stamp. With the really teeny tiny one that I have problems with trying to find where it went. I know it's around here. I just had her. That's the problem with these little guys. They're so small and you can't find them half the time. They move and they get stuck to things. So you should put them on a block and leave them on the block. And I don't have enough blocks to do that. So I have missed my little yellow one. The one I want to make yellow. So we just will not make him yellow. So this is the idea of the stamps. This is what you get. Then you can cut them out. And they will be like these guys. We have a bunch of different ones that I've done the secondary stamp that we did here twice, where it can be a different color. So you can get all of those different colors. This was just all greens. So there you go. That gives you a definite idea of how to use that stamp set. And makes it great, great little project. I hope that gives you a quick little idea on how to use it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm going to try to be back tomorrow and actually have a card for you guys. Again, with some of the new catalog stuff. So, until then, I will see you all later. Have a great day.